Hello, Amazon? I love all the books that I've been getting from you, but my family's starting to ask questions, so I think we're gonna need to be a little more stealthy about delivery. How about messenger pigeon? Drone drop? Maybe leave it under a rock.
Come on, Amazon, be better.
Buy fewer books. That's not a solution. Hi, my name's Bea. Welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance, and convince my family that there's no such thing as too many books. Hello everyone, I am beyond excited to share with you my contemporary book haul today. It's mostly used books, and even though they're all contemporary, I feel like I have a nice variety to share. And I'm doing it in front of my new fireplace. Why? Because I can. I thought we could get cozy today. Let's do it. The first one was a gift given to me by my husband, Sing Your Heart Out by Crystal Coswell. So we've been married for 15 years, and the 15-year anniversary gift is Crystal. And since I'm not fancy enough to need Crystal, he got me a book by a gal named Crystal instead. This is about a girl who walks the straight and narrow path and the bad boy rock star who decide to enter a friends with benefits arrangement with 3 rules. No secrets, no feelings, no falling in love, but of course neither of them abide by those rules. She's a virgin who walks in on one of his trysts and is very intrigued. It looks crazy, but fun at the same time. This is another one I bought back in the spring to support Tori Jean. I was really excited about this one, about a gal who has fertility issues, who have really plagued her entire life, robbed her of a full life. This is set in Paris, which is absolutely gorgeous. It feels like a third character in this book. This is a childhood or teenage enemies to maybe friends, hopefully, but to lovers. This guy is a super cinnamon roll. I adored him so much. This is also Crystal of Crystal's Bookish Life, one of her favorite books of all time. So I was very excited to finally get to read this on my Kindle. And then I bought this as my book trophy. Oh my. I nabbed this at a used bookstore the other day. I've read some of Olivia Dade, really enjoyed her, and the way that she celebrates curvy gals, all the feels, about a guy who's a falling star in the public, trying to save his reputation and deal with his demons. She is a former ER therapist who goes to help him. As things go from bad to worse, though, for him, she winds up losing her job and they embark on a road trip to California together. I love this line. He intends to show her exactly what a falling star will do to catch the woman he loves. Anything at all. I have seen this book so many times. So many people have enjoyed it. You can even tell just from looking at the cover that it's based in Seattle and that it's a sapphic romance. This is Written in the Stars, the debut novel by Alexandra Bellafleur. I love the tagline up here. In her debut, with nods to Bridget Jones's Diary and Pride and Prejudice, Alexandria Bellafleur delivers a charming rom-com about a free-spirited astrologer who agrees to fake a relationship with an uptight actuary with results not even the stars could predict. I can't wait to try this out. And I got it for a couple bucks at a used bookstore. Here's one of the Berkley books I requested, and I really wanted it last year, and Berkley wouldn't give it to me. Many of you know my relationship with Berkley. They're the only holdouts, and someday they're gonna give me an advanced reader's copy. I can feel it. But until that time, I'm gonna just buy their books, including Ruby Spencer's Whiskey Year. I've heard great things about this. I got it for a couple bucks at a used bookstore, so that worked out. The first sentence really sums everything up. When a 30-something American food writer moves to a Scottish village for 1 year to fulfill her dream of writing a cookbook, she finds more than inspiration. She meets a handsome Scotsman she can't resist in this charming debut romance. Say less. The summary of this book has given me goosebumps. I'm so excited to not only have purchased it for a couple bucks at a used bookstore, I'm looking forward to reading it. This is The Bride Test by Helen Huang, about a gentleman who is on the autism spectrum, which is of course near and dear to my heart because I have 2 boys on the autism spectrum. He's great when it comes to numbers and math, not so much with emotions and relationships. He's sworn them off, but his mother travels to Vietnam to get him a mail order bride, Esme Tran, who jumps at the chance to marry an American, but seducing her husband does not go as planned. Does he have what it takes to convince her that maybe he can fall for her before she goes back to Vietnam? I cannot wait to find out. I got the ARC for Hello Stranger last year. Of course, I have it on my Kindle, but I wanted to get the actual hardback. I was so excited to find this about a woman who is face blind. She can't see faces, and she's falling in love with 2 potential suitors. What's a girl to do? you, especially when she can't tell them apart because she can't see faces. I found this book, like many other Catherine Center books, to be full of heart, lines you just want to underline and remember forever. It teaches you about your own life and feelings and relationships. I loved it so much, and I'm so thankful that I own a hardback for a couple dollars from a used bookstore. This is one I was gifted from Forever Publishing. It didn't turn out to be exactly my cup of tea. If you enjoy car racing romance, dark backstories, a difficult nut to crack heroine, a playboy who's actually not a bad boy that he appears, and some edgy dialogue by a lot of supporting characters, you're gonna love this book. The steamy scenes were extremely steamy and also, though, well written. It was very intense, both on the track and off. I got another hardback because the paperback is hard to find. This is Haunt Your Heart Out by Amber Roberts. Many of you got a chance to check her out when she joined us for my Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun reading sprints with friends. We had her on the other day, had a great time chatting with her, and then she even stayed around to play a game. It was great. This is another book I was granted the ARC of and then just fell in love with it. We have a woman who's absolutely intent on sticking around her hometown no matter what the cost. She's not doing super well, but falls for this ridiculously charming, one of my favorite heroes of all time, gentleman named James, who's in town to film a documentary about ghosts. She goes to help him find said ghosts, film the documentary, and they fall in love in the process. It was fascinating and I enjoyed the ride. One of my favorite movies of all time, Austenland. I actually have this already in paperback, but the one that I own is sun damaged and it doesn't look nearly this nice, so I had to jump at the chance to get a brand new copy, and I'll be placing my other one, which is still good, in a little free library. Glad to grab this for $1 at a library sale. Speaking of Jane Austen, how about Sonali Dev, who's written a whole slew of Bollywood-style twists on Jane Austen's books, Pride, Prejudice, and Other Flavors, Recipe for Persuasion, and here we have Incense and Sensibility. I've been wanting to read twists on Jane Austen novels, so when I was able to grab this for a couple bucks at a library sale, I couldn't miss it. I've heard fabulous things about this author and the series in general, so I'm looking forward to diving in. I adore B.K. Borison. I got the chance to meet her at a Polycon and I became an even bigger fan. And so I pre-ordered this past summer when it came out. Each of the books in this series follows one season, and this is the final book, comes in autumn. I got to buddy read this with Deborah and we were swooning all over the place. We have a tattoo artist and a guy from the big city who has been carrying a torch for our gal Nova forever. Charlie gets the chance to help out around the farm for a brief period, and the two of them start becoming friends with benefits, but quickly it turns into more. I loved seeing both of these two characters that are so richly developed get a chance to perfect themselves and get over some of their hang-ups, both through their work on themselves and also in the relationship that they have with each other, which made them stronger. This was by far the spiciest book in the series, and as Deborah and I said, we were here for it. Have I had the pleasure of reading Lucy Score yet? No. But I've heard fabulous things from all of my friends. When I had the chance to grab this for $1 at a library sale, I said, yes, please. This is over 550 pages long. It's a big one, which I feel like Lucy Score is kind of known for. This is The Things We Never Got Over, about a woman who doesn't mean to sneak out of her wedding, but then winds up in a small town trying to help out her twin sister, who then leaves her stranded because it's her evil twin. Our heroine is now not getting her wedding. She's stuck in a small town with her 11-year-old niece trying to figure out what to do. We also have a gentleman named Knox who's happy on his own but feels the need to help out our heroine, and they begin to fall for one another. But as that happens, some danger comes a-knockin' as well. This looks fascinating. Speaking of authors I haven't read yet and don't understand how I haven't read them yet, I've also got two that I was able to get for a couple bucks each at a used bookstore by Megan Quinn. This is another gal that you guys are always talking to me about as a fabulous contemporary romance author. This looks so neat. It focuses on a family. The patriarch and the matriarch are about to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary. They've had a fabulous marriage, yet their lessons apparently didn't rub off on their 3 adult children, all of whom are having love troubles that are unique to themselves. Apparently though, as they all come together to celebrate the 50th wedding anniversary, the two parents are ready to intervene to help their children find love once and for all. Sounds really cute. This one is Royally in Trouble, where we have two people that that are both royalty. They're trying to plan their wedding, and as they're planning, they're noticing that they're falling apart. It's not going well, except in the bedroom, apparently. So this one promises to be probably pretty spicy, I would think. If you've read Megan Quinn, let us know in the comments. Is this a spicy author? I have a feeling she is. And I have a feeling that hopefully these two royal people will find a way to love. Maisie Eddings is another gal that I got a chance to meet at a Polycon this past spring. She's adorable. And so when I got a chance to buy more of her books, but for a song at a used bookstore, I took the chance. This looks super cute. It's called The Plus One, so you can imagine already what this is about. We have two people that are childhood enemies, but they decide to fake date so they can get through this long drawn out wedding, which neither of them wants to be at for their own reasons. It looks really cute. This is hilarious. A Brush with Love. I did not pay attention because I thought this was about artists. Like a paintbrush? No. This is about dental students. Of course, right? I mean, if you've read one book about dental students, you've read them all. Or have you? Let's talk about this. I just need to read you some of the last lines because I think it really gets the point across. As they get to know each other better, Harper feels, our heroine, that trading fillings for feelings may make her lose control, and she can't risk her carefully ordered life coming undone, no matter how drool-worthy Dan is. He's fallen for her, but he has to play by her rules because she doesn't want anything to get in the way of her career. Blood, gore, and extra long roots? No problem. The idea of falling in love? Torture. Very inventive. I really enjoy Christina Lauren, so when I had a chance to buy this for a couple dollars at a used book sale, have I said that enough in this video? Sorry. I had to grab it. Yes, I did. This one is about a woman who really needs money, so when she is asked to prove that her diamond connection that she's made on this dating app is real and that they will pay her to prove it, she has to say yes, even though she cannot stand the person who she's been matched with. They have been found via DNA, which is how this app works, to be 98% compatible, but she cannot stand this man, who also happens to be the founder of the company. This looks like a fantastic premise, and I can't wait to see what Christina Lauren does with it. So again, liking Christina Lauren, when I saw these, again for a song, at a used bookstore, I thought, oh my gosh, I have to get these. We've got several novellas. Beautiful Boss, Beautiful Beginning, and Beautiful, I'll let you read that. I'm trying not to say words like this out loud in case you have little ears that are nearby. These are part of the Beautiful series. It also interrelates with the Wild Seasons series. There's a lot of books. In this one, which is book 1.5 of this series, we see two people who I guess were working together. They have a combative but steamy relationship. They need to work on it. So of course they take a plane to a French villa together. Sounds terrible. Count me in. This one's Beautiful Beginning, which is book 3.5 of the series, not the beginning at all, ironically. This apparently is the same couple from this book, but it's them trying to get married where all the things are going wrong in the wedding planning. This is book 4.5 of the same series, which follows book 4, Beautiful Secret. It's a new couple that we're now focusing on that have made their relationship work, but now she's got a lot of job offers coming in and she has a decision to make: love or career. Or maybe she doesn't have to choose. We'll find out. I'm getting the sense that this is a very steamy series. Who's read any of these? Let us know. How about a little hockey romance? I enjoyed The Nanny by Lana Ferguson, so I actually went ahead and pre-ordered this when Barnes & Noble was having a sale, and I got The Game Changer. It's about a hockey player and a baker who decide to shoot their shot. She has had a crush on him forever. He is best friends with her older brother, and they decide that it's going to be beneficial for her cable baking show and his hockey team if they fake a relationship. I love this last sentence though. This PR stunt will either be a total game changer or leave them both totally pucked. Did anyone see that coming? You know you did. I love Serena Bowen. So when I was able to grab this at a used bookstore for a couple bucks, I again scooped it up. This is The New Guy, book 1 of Hockey Guys, which is a series that sounds like I just went ahead and named it off the cuff. This is about a guy who's perpetually the new guy. He's always getting traded. So he's just trying to make it in his very last chance, but unfortunately takes up a romance with another gentleman in his building who is the other new guy in his team. He's the athletic trainer though, and a single dad. This relationship is super forbidden and apparently super steamy. You don't want to hear me say again that I was able to get some books at a used bookstore for a song, so I went ahead and bought them. So I'm not going to say that, even though it's true. I got 3 by Lauren Asher. Let's talk about them. I had never heard of this one before. This was published in 2020, I think before her big break. This is Throttle, part of the Dirty Air series. Cut to you guys all in the comments telling me that you knew all about this one. You've read them and they're just as popular as her other series. Or is it? Let me know. It looks really neat. I mean, just the pictures. You can tell that there's some racing in this one. The hero is a Formula One legend, apparently, named Noah. And Maya is our heroine whose brother is on the same team with Noah. Apparently, it's pretty forbidden, but pretty spicy. That's all I got from the summary. How about this one? The Fine Print, the first book of the Dreamland Billionaires series. Now here's one I've seen left, right, and sideways everywhere I go. This is about a billionaire who designs things like hotels and even theme parks, and the woman that he hires because of the way she complained about the best ride in the park. They're both off limits because he's her boss, but apparently her heart doesn't care. I also got another first in the series, the Lakefront Billionaires, Book 1, Love Redesigned. I can't believe I got both of the first ones. We've got another billionaire and an interior designer that decide to work together so they can triple their profits selling an historic home. It sounds really interesting. These guys were also childhood rivals, but apparently sparks are beginning to fly as they work together. Let's talk about some sweet romances that I grabbed. None of these are from a used bookstore, by the way, or a library sale. Nope, no, they're not. We'll start with Brittany Larson, Britta and the Beach Boy. I actually grabbed this in support of my home state of North Carolina after the hurricanes. I loved how Brittany Larson and Savannah Scott teamed together and made all the proceeds of the sales of their books for about a week, I think, go entirely to hurricane relief in the state of North Carolina. Good for them. This looks so cute. We've got an Olympic surfer who needs American citizenship in order to compete in the Olympics. We also have a gal who needs a boatload of money to open up her dream coffee shop. So the two of them decide to band together and have a marriage of convenience in this tale. It looks like all kinds of fun and super sweet, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'll probably read it next summer. Some of you guys already know that I'm going to be having Savannah Scott on my channel next May, and I want to read through her entire backlist, and I just want to buy all her books too so I can just have them. She's my favorite sweet, clean author, and this is the prequel novella to her Getting Shipped series, which has 7 total novels, not including this novella. And then we have book 1, Friendshipped, which I'm looking forward to. This is about people in a small town in Ohio who find love. It's always steamy without the actual spice. She's just amazing. The way that she does slow burn and the good hearts of everyone in her ensemble casts, I'm just so impressed. And I'm really looking forward to diving into the series. I really enjoyed this one. If you're a foodie, highly recommend. He's an Italian restaurant owner who also makes the best Italian food. Really made me hungry. It was delicious in every kind of way. And I'm going to be reading this one in the month of November as I get ready to read all of her backlist. I love the tagline here. Can you keep a secret? I'm in love with my best friend. Oh, that's all I want to know. And speaking of Savannah Scott and also fall and cozy, I've got a not so fictional fall, which I was so excited to finally read this past fall. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun with it. It's also on audio now, and it follows a book narrator and an author. Everyone thinks that he's a woman based on his name. He's French, which even makes it more delicious. But he comes to the United States. He's got to do a tour. Here we have another case of I need a marriage of convenience in order to maintain my visa so I can work on my career. And then she helps him out. And of course, sparks fly from there. This was so good. And I really enjoyed the book that follows this one, which is He's So Not My Valentine, which is her sister and his French best friend. Oh, I have read that one twice. I love it so much. And I was so excited to add this to my collection. Let's close up here with 3 books that are definitely going to give those cozy feels, which is of course what I'm going for in this video. Let's start with book 1 of the Dream Harbor series. Check out the gold foiling of the leaves on this cover. Yes, I did drink the Kool-Aid or the pumpkin spice latte. Yes, I've used this joke before in some of my shorts, but I don't care. I'm saying it again because it's true. This whole series is small town, cozy, and spicy. Say less, but let's learn about each book. This looks like a grumpy sunshine that's all kinds of fun. We've got this new gal who has been gifted with her aunt's pumpkin spice cafe. She moves in, tries to win everyone over, which she does, except for one farmer who lives nearby named Logan. I have a feeling he's gonna fall for her in the end. My gosh, I might be even more excited about this one. Check out the copper foiling of these leaves on the cover of the Cinnamon Bun bookstore, which is Dream Harbor book 2. We have a woman that owns a bookstore that's also known for its fabulous cinnamon rolls, which it sells. hotels. I think let's all just go and live there, right? Let's just go right now. Anyway, she finds some interesting clues in one of her books, so she decides to go around and complete this scavenger hunt all around this small town, trying to determine what the clues are trying to teach her. Well, we also have Noah, who's a local fisherman who's been secretly pining for our heroine for quite some time, and he jumps at the chance to help her find out what this is all about. Again, it looks so cute, and check out the gold foiling on the lights here. Oh, it's so adorable. The Christmas Tree Farm, which was just released on October 22nd. Not a moment too soon. We have a woman named Kira who has bought a Christmas tree farm for some reason. She doesn't even like Christmas. Winds up stranded there in a snowstorm with a gentleman who's just there on vacation. The two don't hit it off initially, but I have a feeling that maybe hearts will also be melted before the snow does. Looks fun! A huge thank you to Esther T, who just upgraded her membership from becoming a beloved reader, which is awesome, to a queen bee, which is also awesome. Thank you so much, Esther T, and get ready for all the extra perks you're going to be getting as a queen bee. I also want to thank Sarah, who I called Q Sarah. It's actually a play on K Sarah Sarah. So she's K Sarah. I just love that. Thank you for clarifying that. I wanted to make sure that I celebrated you properly on my channel. Well, those were my books. I am so thankful I was able to share those with you today. Did you see anything that you liked? If you do, be sure to leave a comment. Let us know if you've read these, if you're looking forward to reading these. We love the inside scoop, and if you can give it to us, the more the better. Or you can just leave me a book emoji. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're reading, whether it's a contemporary romance that you got for a steal for a couple dollars at a used bookstore or not. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.